So first, what is given in the question? Two
Velocity of
ice
50 kg
skaters.
skater and
So one mass is how much?
50 kg.
50 kg. You take it as m1. That is skater, right? And
Yes,
another
sir.
mass is 70 kgs. Another mass is 70 kgs. That you take it as m2 is equal to 70 kg. Two persons are initially at rest. Initially rest means both are rest.
It
Yes, sir.
rested present.
That means u1 is equal to 0, u2 is equal to 0. Initially means initial velocities are 0. A
Okay, sir.
frictionless ice rink. They push each other. That means they are pushing each other, and this is a place where they are going to interact each other. They are pushing each other in opposite direction. When they are pushing each other, causes the 50 kg skater to move backward.
Move
So,
backward with
so this is the 50 kg move backward, and this 70 kg move forward direction. So backward what speed?
3 meters per second.
3 meter per second. That is initially 0 means finally is v1 is equal to how much? 3 meter per second, like this way. Now what they are asking, what is the velocity of the 70 kg person? This is a 70 kg person. Now what is the speed of this one? They are asking to find the velocity. So I think you can do it directly. Okay. So what is the formula for this one first? According to law of conservation of momentum.
MAUA plus MBUB equal
M1
to
U1 plus M2 U2, okay, is equal to M1 V1 plus M2. In the place of A we have 1, in the place of B we have 2. So just we have to improvise. So M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. Apply the values. What is velocity of first body? 0, second body also 0. So 0 into anything 0. So this value becomes 0 plus 0. Can I write? M1
is
50,
equal
50 into 0 plus 50, that is 70 into 0 is 0 anyway. Next, M1. What is M1?
M1
How much M1? 50 kg
50 kg.
into V1. So what is the direction of the V1?
3 meters per
3 meter
second.
per second. What is the direction? Because velocity is a vector quantity. So if they given,
Minus 3.
yes, any information if they given, you have to apply that direction also. That is nothing but minus 3 here. Plus M2 value is 70 into V2. Because we don't know the direction of the V2, but just we are assuming opposite direction. So solving the how much you are going to get? That is nothing but 70 V2 is equal to, that is nothing but 15 to 3, 150, that is minus 150. If you make it this side, it becomes plus 1. So V2 is equal to how much? That is 150 by 70. 0, 0 cancel, that is nothing but 2 point, okay, how much? 2.1 meter per second near. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
A cannon fires a 5 kg cannon ball horizontally with a velocity 60 meter per second. If the cannon has mass of 500 kg and it is mounted on the frictionless surface, what is the recoil velocity of the cannon after firing the cannon ball? So if you see the cannon, right, just you can draw the diagram like this.
And it's wrong, sir.
Yes.
And it's nothing wrong, sir.
So cannon is fired forward
Sir,
direction. Yes. So this is one of the rally and having cannon, and this cannon is firing a cannon ball, right? So what speed? That is 60 meter per second. What direction? Horizontal, like this, right? So when it is projected, what happens? What they given? The cannon has a mass of 500 kg. Mass of the cannon is given. This is 500 kg is given. Cannon ball mass how much given? Mass of the cannon ball 5 kg is given. Yes or no?
yes,
This
sir.
is mass of the cannon ball 5 kg. Mass of the cannon is, this is mass of the cannon. This cannon mass is 500 kg. And what velocity we are cannon ball is projected? That is 60 meter per second. What direction? That is horizontal direction. Because as your level is increases, the direction also important, because it is a velocity vector quantity. It may be 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. So we must understand the direction also. So what surface it is? Frictionless.
Frictions.
If you go for higher level, you'll get the friction, okay, based questions also. So what is the recoil velocity? So what is recoil velocity? Already previously we discussed. Okay, negative velocity is called as recoil velocity. Here, how many masses are there? Two masses. Cannon mass, heavier mass,
Sir,
yes, capital M. Here, negative velocity is called recoil velocity. Here, the cannon having mass, heavy mass, that is capital M we are taking. And here, the ball is having small m, we are taking. So initially, the cannon is at rest. So you take it as 0 before, okay, that is firing the cannonball. But what is the velocity of the cannonball at the time of firing? That is the initial velocity of the cannonball is equal to 60 meter per second. So in terms of first body, I am taking as u1, and this is I am taking as u2. So two system of which one, cannon and cannon, okay, ball, two system, both are moving, okay, that means before firing, after firing the cannonball, this is the concept. So we are applying the law of conservation of momentum. What is the concept? m1 u1 plus m2 u2, two bodies are there, no? That's why after firing, okay, that is m1 v1 plus m2 v2. This concept we are applying. You understand what I'm saying? So
yes,
cannon
sir.
is firing the cannonball. So what is m1? First mass which you are taking, I am taking cannon mass, that is capital M,
I,
into what is the velocity of that one? 0 before firing the cannonball, plus what is m2? Mass of the cannonball, that is small m we taken. So what is due to initial velocity of the cannonball? So look at the question. Cannon fires with a 5 kg cannonball horizontally with a
sir,
velocity 60 meter per second.
sir,
In this case, the cannonball is inside the cannon, so it is also at rest inside the cannon. It is also inside the cannon. So after firing, that means before firing, this is both are at rest. After firing, now the cannonball is coming out. When the cannonball is coming out with the velocity v1, at that moment that cannon mission will move backward with the velocity v2. So m2 is cannonball, that is m. What is the initial velocity? That you have taken as 0, because both are at rest inside, before firing, after firing. So is equal to, what is m1? Again, mass capital M into velocity v1 we need to find. And what is m2? Small m into velocity, how much? That is 60. After firing, the 60. This is after firing. Now substitute the values of mass. So anyway, this value will become 0. This value also becomes 0. No need to write. So 0 is equal to capital M v1 plus 60 mu. Yes or no? Check it that. Now if you substitute the values, so what you are going to get? Pre-required v1. v1 is equal to, what I can write? 60 m, that is minus 60 m by capital M u. Substitute the values, minus 60 into, what is small m value? What is small m? 5 kg by, what is capital M? 500 kg. Check the values. If you solve it, v1 is equal to, 0 0 get cancelled. 5 times
point 6,
minus 6 by 10, that is
point 6,
0.6 meter per second. What that minus indicates? The minus indicates that opposite direction.
recoil,
Recoil velocity, opposite direction. So you should not take the answer, okay, you should not take the answer as negative, because they given already negative velocity, recoil velocity only they are asking. So negative value only they are asking means answer is plus 0.6. If they not given the word of, okay, recoil, then you have to take the answer minus 0.6. What is given in the question? Two gliders frictionless aircraft. The first glider has mass, that is m1, then the 2 kg, m1 is 2 kg, moves with a velocity 4 meter per second, that is u1 is equal to 4 meter per second. The second, well, the second glider has mass
mass 3 kg,
3 kg,
U1 0,
3 kg, that is u2. u2 is equal to,
2
is at
0,
rest, rest means 0. And after collision, the first glider
V1
is,
is
yes, first glider
1
is,
meter,
so v1 is equal to how much?
1
1
meter,
meter per second. What is the velocity of the second glider? They are asking to find the v2 value.
V2,
Okay, So conservation of momentum, what is the formula? That is
M1 U1
plus
plus M2 U2
is equal to
is equal to M1 V1
M1 V1 plus
plus
M2
M2 V2.
So what is M1? 2.
2 into 4,
2 into 4 plus
4 plus 3 into 0,
3 into 0 is equal to
2 into 1,
2 into after V1 is 1, right? That is 1 plus
1 plus
3
3 into
into
V.
V. So first, before solving, you check the directions. Any directions are given opposite the direction like that? No. After the collision, the first glider moves 1 meter per second. What is the velocity of the second glider? That's it. So, because while solving the problem, you have to take the directions also into consideration. Not discussed any opposite direction means directly control. And then those the 2 4s are 8 plus 0 is equal to 2 plus 3v2. Yes or no? So that is
8
nothing but
plus 0, abba, correct.
2 4s
My
are
answer
8.
is wrong. 3 zeros
3
are 0. I
0.
took plus
Mm.
3.
So how much 3v2 is equal to 6? 8 minus 2 is equal to 6, right? So that means 3v2 is equal to 6. So v2 is equal to
6 by 3.
2. Okay, meter per second. How much you got?
2.2.
2 point something you got. That means somewhere you put a mistake.
I did miss. ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్ 1 minute.
What is given in the question? Two trains, two train
Train
cars.
cars.
Okay, one with a mass 5,000 kg, second okay, moving with a speed 3 meter per second. Collides and couple with another train car of 7,000 kg initially at rest. What
Rest.
is their combined velocity? What is the meaning of combined velocity? See, this is the one body.
2.
Okay,
V1 V2.
that is m1. What is the velocity of this one? 3 meter per. Okay, one is mass 5 kg moving with a speed, that is u1. U1 how much? 3 meter per second. It is moving and it is colliding with another one. Yes or no?
Yes
Another one
sir.
coupled with another one and initially at rest. Initially means it is at rest with
U2 is equals to
0.
0.
So what is m2? M2 is equal to
7,000.
7,000.
M1 is 5,000.
M1 is how much? 5,000 kg. This is given, right? So what is their combined velocity after collision? This is the case of when they collide. So in this case, combined velocity, if they given means after collision, they get separated. When they are getting separated, if both are moving with the same velocity, that is called as combined velocity. Combined and meaning and both together. They are moving together, okay, by striking each other like this. That means both are moving with the
Okay.
same speed. That is called combined velocity. Both together as a moving. Say example like you're riding the cycle with a speed. Okay, your friend is suddenly sat on the cycle behind. What happens? Both together going to move the speed. No, that speed is called as combined velocity. So formula is same. What is the formula? M1U1 plus M2U2 is equal to M1V1 plus M2V2. So apply the value. What is M1? 5,000. Okay. Into U1 is 3 plus M2 is 7,000 into 0 is equal to V1 value is equal to V2. Both are same. Understand? So that I am calling as V. So I can take the V common. If you take an V common, that becomes M1 plus M. Understand? So this I can write as what way I can write this? V into M1 plus M2 V value they are asking to find. M1 value how much? 5,000 plus 7,000. Now we have to solve this one. So what is the value? This is 15,000 plus 0 is equal to V into 5,000 plus 7,000, 12,000. So V is equal to how much? That is 15,000 because 15,000 plus 0 is 15,000 by 12,000. 0 cancel, 3 5s, 3 4s. That is 5 by 4. 5 by 4 means how much? 1 point. Okay, that is 25 meter per second. So both together going to move the speed of how much? 1.25 meter per second. What is given in the question? Two skaters. One is mass, how much? 60 kg.
kg.
And the second mass,
80.
80. Both are skating towards each other. Towards each other means one person going like this, another person going like this. Yes or no? This is the way they are moving towards. So what the speed? First one is how much? U1.
5 meters per second.
U1 is 5 meter per second. U2 is 4 meter per second. Yes or no?
Okay. Minus
4 meter per second, right? So here you need to
minus 4
understand
meters.
minus. This is U1. Positive direction means this is plus. Second one is U2.
Minus.
Moving in direction means that is negative. You have to take. Then after both together moving, they grab each other and move together after collision. What is their combined velocity? So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So what is m1? 60. u1 5 plus what is m2? 80. What is u2? Minus 4 you have to take, not plus 4, because this is positive if you taken, this has to taken as negative. Yes or no? Next,
Yes, sir.
both are moving with the combined together. Together means, this is the word together. Together means what? This v1, v2.
Combined.
Yes, both are same values. So that means I can take the v common, that is m1 plus m2.
M1.
Now substitute the value 60 into 5, that is 300 plus, sorry, minus,
Minus 20.
how much?
320.
320 is equal to v. We are asking
E.
combined velocity. So v into m1 plus m2. 80 plus
140.
60 plus 80, right?
140.
140. So v is equal to how much? 300 minus this is
Minus 20
minus
by
140.
140.
140. 0, 0 cancel. That is minus 1 by 7 meter per second. What this minus indicates? This minus indicates, the negative sign indicates the direction.
Sure.
So both are moving which direction together? Positive
Left.
x-axis or negative x-axis? Negative.
Sir?
Both are moving together. What direction? Positive x-axis or negative x-axis?
Negative X.
Negative x-axis. That's the answer. What is given? Two cars colliding head-on. Head-on means straight. Right? So mass of the first one, how much? 1200 kg. Is traveling with a speed. What is the initial speed? 20 meter per second.
So 1.8 meters per second.
Yeah, 1 point.
8 meters per second.
Answer, we'll check. Car B. What is the mass of the car B? That is second one. M2 is equal to 1500 kg. Okay, so what is the speed of that one traveling at a speed of 15 meter per second? U2.
Minus 15 meters per
Okay,
second.
15 meter per second. In opposite direction. Opposite means minus. Correct.
Minus.
Right. After collision, they stick together. Stick together means both are combinedly they are good. So formula is I can write directly here m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 into v plus m2 into, yes or no? Both are together moving with the same speed. Final velocity of this one is v, this one also v. So can I take like that? Yes or no? m1 into v1. v1 nothing but velocity v. m2 into v. Velocity is v. Both are moving together. Together means, stick together means both are moving the same speed.
Combined.
Same speed means v. If you substitute the values, what do you get? m1 that is 1200 into u1 20. Okay. Second one is plus m2 1500 minus 15, u2 is 15. V is common. I can take the v common. If you take v common, m1 plus m2 you get. What is m1? 1200 plus 1500 m2. right? So how much you'll get? This is 24,000, right? Plus or minus, that is minus
minus
15 15s.
22,500.
Okay, 22,500 is equal to, this is how much? V into
2,700.
how much?
2,700.
2700. So V is equal to this value, how much you'll get? 24,000 minus 22,500.
1,500.
1500. Yes or no? So 1500 is equal to V into, that is 2700. Right? So V is equal to how much? 1500 by
2,700 by 5.
1500.
Uh,
Zero zeros cancel. That is 15 by 27
okay.
meter per second. You can
ఈ
end it
మళ్ళీ
up.
తప్పేసేసి
You can end it up to here. Okay. What is the question given? A driver with mass 70 kg jumps off a stationary boat with a velocity 8 meter per second. The boat has a mass 250 kg. What is the velocity of the boat after the driver jump? So this is the boat. Inside the boat there is a driver. The mass of the boat is given how much? 250 kg. Yes or no? Check it. Mass of the boat is 250 kg. Driver mass how much? 70 kg. He is smaller. How much? 70 kg. So moving with a velocity. What is the velocity? 8 meter per second. So it is moving. It is moving like this
అమ్మ
with a
తమ్ముడు వచ్చిండు
speed. Okay, 8 meter per second. It is moving with a speed of 8 meter per second. So boat is moving with a speed 8 meter per second. When it is moving with a speed of 8 meter per second, so now what happens? What is the velocity of the boat after the driver jumps? Means the person is jumped out of it. So when the person jumped out of it, what is the speed? What happens to the speed of the boat? That means what is the velocity of the boat? They are asking to find. So in this case, so they did not given the speed of the, what is the velocity of the boat after driver jumps, means speed of the, okay, person is not given after that. So first write the data, what is given. What is given? Mass of the boat 70 kg. What is the speed of the boat initially? That is, okay, u1 you take it. u1 is equal to 8 meter per second. Next, second mass of the boat, how much? 250 kg. This is also moving initially 8, same. That is u2 also same, 8 meter per second. Both are moving together. But after person jumps, when the person jumps, okay, what is the velocity? Finally, you'll take it as 0. v1 is equal to 0 because they did not give the value. So he is not in the consideration of speed. He is not at all related to the body motion. So that's why you have to take it as v1 0. What is v2? v2 means what? What is the speed of the boat? That is v2. So they're asking to find the v2 value. Speed of the boat, they're asking. Because person already jumped into the water. He is not related to the problem now. He is completely out of the system of boat. So in this case, take the formula. m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. Substitute the values here. What is m1? 70 into what is u1? 8 plus what is m2? That is 250 into what is u2? This is 8. Okay, both are moving in the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction is equal to what is m1 again? 70 into v1 0 because he's jumped into water, so there is no consideration of speed. Next, what is m2? m2 is 250 into speed. They are asking to find. So if you solve this one, how much? 560. 17 into 8. 7 is a 56, 560. Okay, and 25 into 8. 825 is 200. That means it becomes 2000. Okay, plus, sorry, is equal to 17 to 0, 0 anyway. This becomes 250 V2. So 560 plus 2000, that is 2560 you'll get. 2560 is equal to, that is 250 V2 you'll get. Now if you solve this one, you get the required answer. What is our requirement? V2. V2 is equal to 2560 by 250. So what I can cancel? 0, 0 can be cancelled, right? And 25, how many times nearly it is goes? 10 times nearly. Okay, 10 point something. Okay, 10 point, if you say 0, and that is 2 you get. So 10.02 meter per second. That is nearly V2. You can take it as nearly 10 meter per second. This is the answer to the question. The boat will move with a speed of 10 meter per second. So, ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్? A car with mass 1200 kg is moving at a velocity 25 meter per second. The brakes are applies. Okay, apply a force of 3000 newtons to bring it to stop. How long does it take for the car to stop? And what is the distance covered during the braking? So, this is the car you say. What is the mass of this car? That is 1200 kg. Mass. Moving with a speed. What speed it is moving with a speed? That is, you starting value is given, now you take it as u. Initial velocity, always you take it as u. U is equal to, that is 25 meter per second starting. The brakes are applied. Why we are applying the brakes? Because when the car is moving, it is having, okay, speed and momentum. Because you know that mass into velocity is called as momentum. It is having momentum. So due to this momentum, okay, to stop the momentum, we are applying the brakes. What is the braking force? The braking force FB. B means brake. Braking force value is equal to 3000 newtons we are applying. If you apply that one, what happens? It will stop. So immediately the vehicle will not stop because already it is moving. When you apply the brake, after moving certain distance, it will stop. So the question is, how long does it take? How long means what? Long means time. So how long it will take? How much time it will take to stop? And what is the distance covered during that? That means what is the distance covered? That is x equal to how much? These are the two questions they're asking. How much time it will take to stop? How much distance it travels? Means you are traveling in a car, suddenly you apply the brake. When you apply the brakes, after going some distance, it stops. What distance after it stops? How much time it will take to stop? Okay, what is the braking force? Because you are applying the force on the brake. That is called braking force. The braking force is how much? 3000 newtons. The mass of that one car is 1200 kg, velocity is 25. So first, whenever you are, okay, doing the problems in this, first what you have to do, you have to write the data which is given. Write it that. What is given here? Mass is given. Mass is 1200 kg. First you have to write. Velocity is given 25 meter per second. Next, force is given, that is braking force is given, that is 3000 newtons. Next, what they're asking, distance how much, time how much. Like this you have to write so that you won't get confused. Then to find these x and t values, and here one more term you have to understand in the question. What is that question? Look at the question here. What this meaning? Stop. Stop means what is the speed of that car? The speed of the car has to become 0. Stopping means the speed of the car has to become 0. So here you have to take the concept of that one also into consideration. Okay, so when you apply the brakes, the car has to stop, means final velocity is 0. So first, you know the formula related to this. You write that one. What formula you know? That force. Force in terms of mass, because mass is given. Simply mass into acceleration. But acceleration is not given, right? So you can write this formula in terms of mass into velocity by time. You can write. So in terms of more accurate formula, what is that? Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. V minus u by t. So in this case, F is given. Check it that. What is given? F is given, right? And u is given. Check it that. V is, you have to understand from the question, V is given. Mass is given. So they're asking the first question, what is the time? So time is not given. So I can write this formula from this term and this term. I can write T is equal to cross multiply. Here you take T, F you make it here. So T is equal to M into V minus U by F I can write. If you write this one, what is M value? Mass. How much is given? Mass value is given as 1200. Okay, mass value 1200. Final velocity 0 minus initial velocity is 25. Okay, initial velocity 25 by force. How much force here? The person applying on the brakes, that is called braking force, 3000. Now you solve it. Remaining everything is calculation. 2 zeros, 2 zeros cancel, and here 3 table, 3 tens and 3 fours, and this 4 value that is cancelled by 2.5. 4 2.5 is equal to 10. So time t is equal to what I can write, 0 minus 25 is minus 25 by 2.5. 2.5 means I can write as 25 by 10. That 10 in the denominator of denominator always becomes into numerator. So that is becomes to minus 250 by 25. So how many times it will go? That is 25 ones 0. That is nothing but minus 10. Okay, what this minus indicates? That is, okay, time is never be negative. Okay, that means here time is equal to 10 seconds only. Okay, that means time is equal to 10 seconds. What this minus indicates actually? Because acceleration is deaccelerating, because initial velocity becoming 0, velocity decreasing, that's why acceleration is negative. So this gives a negative acceleration concept. That's why you got the minus. So time never be negative. So you'll take the answer as t is equal to 10 seconds only. This is first question. And that what is the next question? Distance, right? So starting speed, you know that, right? Final speed, you know that. Yes or no? Starting speed, final speed, you know that. You want distance. Distance we are indicating with x value. X value you want. Yes or no? And also
Yes.
you know the mass value and okay, mass value and force value, you know that. And acceleration also you can count using the time value. So మనకి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ what is required here? X. So use the kinematic equations. Use the kinematic equations. What is the kinematic equations? X value. X is nothing but distance. Distance kinematic equation, you can use many formulas. What are the formulas I can use? V square minus U square is equal to 2as. One equation I can use. S equal to ut plus half at square. This another equation I can use. Which one shall we use in both? Which is better?
First one.
Which is better? First one is better or second one is?
First one.
First one. Use the first one. What is V value? Car is stopping. Stopping means 0. Right? What is U? Initially, what is the speed? What is the speed of the car initially?
0.
0? No. Finally 0. It is stopping. Stopping means 0. Initially how much? 25. 25 meter per second. How much? 25 meter per second. That means this is 25. U square, no? Square means whole square. This square is there. So 25 square is equal to 2 into. What is A? Acceleration. What is the acceleration formula? V minus U by T is the formula. What is the formula? V minus U by T. So I can write this one into. What is S? Distance. That is nothing but X. They are finding the X value. They are asking to find X value. So minus 25 whole square means how much? That is 625. 25 into 25 is 625 is equal to, later you check the okay value. This is 2 into, what is V? 0. Okay, 0 minus U is 25 by time. How much time? Just before we calculate the time value here above. How much?
Seconds.
10 seconds.
10.
That you have substituted X into X. Now this minus 625 is equal to, that is 2 by 10. How many times cancel? 5 times. This is 0 minus 25 is minus 25 by 5 into X. So 5 how many times cancel? 5 times cancel. Minus minus cancel here because both. Okay, so you will get
625 by 5.
5x equal to 625. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
5x equal to 625 means x value is
X
equal to
is
how much?
equals to 625 by 5.
5. How much?
141. No.
120.
5 ones are, 5 twos are,
5 ones are 525.
125 are.
So 125 meters. This is the answer to the question. After what time and after traveling what distance it will stop? After 10 seconds, by traveling a distance of 125 meters, the car will stop under the braking force of 3000 newtons. This is the answer to the question. Okay.